Hello, Leo. This is just a quick read for the good things that are coming for you for the next couple of weeks, pretty much the second half of July. What are the good things coming up for Leo? Cards are already shuffled, and we're just going to dive right on in. Obviously, a change when it comes to transformation. I think you got this before, too. Now, something might be coming up that you're guarded about, you're putting your boundaries up against. Now, this is the good thing, which means this could be a wake-up coming forward. Scorpio, I just did Scorpio, and they just got something pretty similar to that. Interesting stuff. We'll see. So like, share, subscribe. You know how the rest of this stuff goes. Any questions you have, any comments, leave them down below. Questions about, especially about love and all that kind of stuff. Success, getting ahead, moving ahead, that stuff. Email me those questions, and that's the stuff that I'll be talking about. Yeah, you're definitely going into power mode as you win. Now, guarded is not necessarily the best one, the best card to get, but there's a healthy anger, standing up for yourself. Now, if you're defensive mode all the time, I just got to tell you this, if you are in a defensive mode and that has caused you a lot of hurt, then you got to look at how you are doing things, obviously. You got them all upright except for the one here, so that's actually pretty good. That is freeing yourself. Love it. Look at this, how this goes directly here. Fool, brand new journey. I am freeing myself from a bunch of stuff. To the magician, I'm in control. I have learned a whole bunch of things. So this is really looking, the magician looks at all of the things that have happened and putting them all together. Now, a lot of people look at the owl as though the wise, all-knowing. It really does not mean that. What this says, probably even more so how it fits this whole thing, specifically over here when you got the guarded and you have the Ten of Swords. This also says that your period of being guarded could actually be coming to an end. Out of necessity, probably, or maybe you're just waking up to something. Whatever it is, awesome. It doesn't make a difference. The good part about it is you're saying enough already, and that's good. You're definitely moving on from not knowing what to do. You definitely have a bit more of a clear path going forward. What you need to know about the owl that I think is very positive for you is the owl has to take everything. And the only way you get this knowledge is through vulnerability. Authenticity demands vulnerability. You cannot be authentic without vulnerability, period. That's all there is to it. Otherwise, you're putting on a mask. And if you're putting a mask, what you're giving is something that is unreal. It is self-deception, and therefore deception to others. That's exactly where this comes in. That's where the bat comes in. That's where the transformation comes in. So this owl ties directly to this top row, which I'll tell you in a second. This takes everything, and the good, bad, the ugly. It takes it and it assesses it. It filters it through. What's working for me? What's not? How did this work? How does this taste? How does this not taste? It's like a cook and having all the ingredients, and you learn through experience. But you have to taste everything to know what is ugly and what's not. And that's what works. And it looks as though you've been through that part of it. So how does the owl attribute to this top row right here? Transformation in reverse, something that has failed to transform, basically stuck, whatever's not working, something that has been tasting, smelling really lousy for a long period of time. It has taught you what not to do. The bat is something that is heavy and hits you pretty hard that's been going on for a long time. It is definitely towards your future, 6, something that goes forward. And interesting here is, understand we got 5, 6. That's a nice evolution. That's just really nice. So this is something that takes you forward. This is something that might have hit you hard and been lingering for a long period of time. It's still the death, which means the rebirth, okay? The rebirth is something you may not really see coming, symbolized by the black rose and the moon. So you may not know what it is, but the fact is to be open to it. So guarded does not mean toast. This has basically been through it, but actually learning something. See, she has actually a hold of her one sword right there. She doesn't need the rest of these. She's got her own. It's like, okay, I've been through stuff and I'm seeing things through a different light. Perfect. That is what takes you to this not knowing what to do, knowing there's something more, but I don't know what it is. So here it is with the whole 6 of Wands. I can barely pick these up. I am now moving forward. That's what ends an old cycle. So it is absolutely learning about you. So you go to this nice new journey, okay? New journey, taking the learning, goes diagonally right there. Boom, away you go. Transformation, going out, lack of transformation. I'm moving on, going to transformation. Diagonally, this goes absolutely perfect. So you're moving on to something really nice in the future. So that's really sweet. And it puts you in control too, which is nice. So what is this death and rebirth about? These cards are sticking so much. 10 of Wands in reverse. You've been through something. I mean, right there, right? This is the harvest. You've done the work, okay? And that cycle is over of doing the difficult work. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups in reverse. Something that you thought was going to go the way you wanted it to go, but it did not, okay? 10 of Cups, putting some peace to that. I'm sorry, that's the King of Cups. Putting some peace to that. after such a long period of time. What does it say about this new journey, though, you got going on here? Nine of Swords over. Beautiful. Not stressing anymore. Okay, this is letting go of that stress, that never-ending nightmare coming to an end. That's definitely the one that you want to see in reverse, which is really, really sweet. Anything in particular you're freeing yourself up from? Do I have two here or not? Yep. I'm just going to go with it. King of Coins and the Six of Coins, something that was very out of balance here. That, I think, is where, I think this is how you saw yourself. I don't think somebody else saw you this way. I think you saw yourself this way, that something was very out of balance, that you didn't have enough to give to a particular situation. I'll clarify that. Three of Wands, yeah. Just not knowing where to go. It's almost like you just felt lost in the situation. You just didn't know where to go in it. So boom, Sun, and that's what's leading you to the happy. Somehow you're waking up to something about yourself. I don't think this is a put down from somebody else. I'm just telling you this is not, because this is how you saw yourself, disempowered. That's just how I'm feeling it. That's all there is to it. So I'm just going with it, especially with the bat here. This is a personal, you don't get the bat. Okay, you can have death and all that kind of stuff. You don't get something that harsh if it's not about you. So it's definitely not about somebody else. Give me more on the whole 10 of Swords here. Not really seeing the future. Choices, uncertain where to go. Again, clarifying that uncertainty. What do you got on the Magician? 10 of Coins in reverse. Now I'm telling you exactly how I see this. This is exactly what I said. This lack of balance here, how you see yourself, this is a family thing. This is the legacy. This is something you've been at for a long period of time. This is a life change here that you are freeing yourself up from, okay? So this is not one individual bad date or anything else like this. This is a life thing for yourself. Definitely with the Elephant, it definitely talks about family. Legacy talks about family. I don't think the designer of these cards knew that at the time, but it absolutely is. And that is the happiness, is freeing yourself from family persecution. It doesn't have to be persecution. I don't know why I even said that. It's really more the patterns that you're freeing yourself up of, but the ones that you didn't know that you actually were following. Yep, changing the company. This literally means you may have to change the company that you're keeping. I think you've got this message before. Meaning the people that you spend most of your time with. And if it's family, this makes a whole lot of sense. They're the ones that got you into this last lousy lack of transformation, lifelong pattern teaching you how not to be. And that's what you might be awakening to. So this is definitely freeing yourself from a lot of influence. It's a very lousy thing. Judgment, boom, past determines the future. And look at that transformation. And it's actually the same damn butterfly. So there you go, man. Perfect. This comes right down here at the end. Finally, this is how the past feeds the future. Okay, so this lesson is coming back on you. So you're recognizing it and seeing it, and you're putting it all together. Even the colors actually work together. So this is finally freeing yourself from some old family legacy, family patterns, family influence that taught you you were not good enough. I see this as much more of a father figure here, where it just didn't, this one, sorry. Yeah, this one, where it didn't really work. Somebody showed you something different. Father figure, you might almost relate it if you're basically doing some replacing daddy issue stuff or whatever. This is exactly how I see this one. Somebody really triggered this daddy stuff in you, but somebody who was a lot more calm and a lot more at peace with things really ruffled the feathers of the patterns that you knew about love, and it really woke you up to some stuff. And hopefully you are waking up to it. It looks as though you are, because you are moving ahead in a really good way. What the outcome is, well, that'll be another reading. We'll go from there. So either way, like, share, subscribe. You know how this stuff goes. Subscription is totally free, by the way. Comments down below. Tell me what's going on. Any questions about love when it comes to this stuff, about freeing yourself, about patterns. That's what I'm all about. Either way, you got it going on. Talk to you soon, Leo.